This is a Missy Elliott exclusive.
Woo woo! What's going on in there?
I got goosebumps right now. First of all, let's jump right into it. The legend, the mind, the artist, I don't know what else, the producer, the dancer.
I could do a little 1-2 step. I don't know if I'm a dancer like that.
We got Missy Elliott on the phone right now. What's up, Missy? How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
I got goosebumps just talking to you. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for spending time with us here in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Man, I don't even know what to say right now. Let's just talk about I'm Better because, you know, some people are like, this is a first trap song that I heard her on. But, like, I feel like the beats that you were, you know, hitting in the back were kind of like the pre-trap joints. So
well, you know, me and Tim, we if people go back to our music, we've been off that, though.
Right, right.
And
Totally.
I think because people, you know, it's a new generation who maybe just caught Missy doing the work it time or something like that. But
right.
You go back to our old stuff, like we've been on that.
Man.
For real. Especially my second album.
Right.
So, yeah, you know, it's just what Missy been doing. I just stopped and then came back and circled back around.
Right, man. You never left though, because Missy bangers are always in the club. You're gonna catch one in a movie here or there, and now you're back with a new single featuring Lamb, which I did my homework on Lamb a little bit. I didn't realize he's been producing for a minute, and
oh yeah, lot of joints.
You actually have the pleasure of getting like his first vocal kind of rap on your new single, right?
Yeah, like we you know, he's done a lot of joints for big artists. And me and him have worked together on, you know, Jasmine and Monica. You know, he did some stuff on Mary,
right.
Beyonce.
Right.
So yeah, he not no newcomer.
Right. He's definitely a new voice though. So
yeah,
you know, when I first heard that track, I was like, who is that? And then I was like, Lamb. And then I looked it up, and I was like, whoa, this guy goes deep. Produced stuff for Beyonce too.
Yep.
And yeah, he seems like a risk taker when it comes to production.
Yes.
Which is a great thing. Tell me about I'm Better. Like, why that song? Why now? You know, you've been kind of sprinkling joints here and there every year, but tell me, like, what's behind this? The video is incredible. You definitely don't hold back, and, you know, you give us that futuristic, sci-fi, I don't even know what to call it. You're always giving us, like, super dope visuals, you know?
Well, you know, when we did the record, I don't normally put out something unless I feel it myself, because I don't just do a record and just do a record. Like, I have to see it visually, which is probably a little weird for me because, you know, I got trillions of records and people be like, yo, why you don't put it out? Because I have to see visually what I'm going to do to it. So I could see it visually, and I called my dancers and was like, yo, you know, I need us to do something different to make them not the typical movement that people would think that's supposed to happen on a track.
Right.
So we did a month of rehearsal from, 9, 10 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning,
right,
for a month. And then, you know, hit up Dave and was like, yo, like, we got to take it there. We have to, you know, because I just feel like video is going to always matter for an artist like me because I'm just a visual person.
Right.
And that's just been from the beginning, because when I think about The Rain, it was not the typical record. And I think once people saw the visual, it just kind of fit like a puzzle, because at the time that record was nothing like nothing else.
Right.
Unlike this one that could fit in with trap, this was like nothing else. So I think people probably in the beginning, without seeing the video, might have been like, I think I like it, but
right.
I don't know. And so when they saw the video, and then each video I just made sure visually, you know, that we try to be creative.
Right. And that's something that when I was watching the video, I was like, yo, even with all the technology and a lot of artists kind of just do the one day and the quick camera, and even you this deep in the game, like for you to put that time and effort into that, it says something, you know, about what you always been doing. And I think, you know, a lot of artists should take notes on that, you know, is that you just still put a lot of time. And just hearing you talking about, you know, taking, you know, over a month to put that together is just, you know, super incredible. And it's just a testament to your genius.
I thank you so much. I'm humbly grateful. I just was that kid that watched, you know, Michael and Janet, Madonna, whoever, just put that effort into their videos. And even now, like, it took us 3 days to shoot that video. And, you know, it's just so important. And it's kind of, you know, you battle it because, of course, you know, everybody else may think, well, we don't have the outlets that we had to go up to TRL and premiere your video, or 106 and Park to premiere your video. So people probably don't think that it's that important, because now you could just go online and look at stuff. And so it's not that anticipation like, oh, she premiering her video today. But I always just think that's important, because it also make people who may have a doubt about a record look at it different when they see it visually.
Right.
And all my records have been like that, believe it or not. It's just like, wait, I think I like it, I don't know. And then, you know, they see it visually and be like, oh, okay, I get it.
Well, you mentioned Super Duper Fly, and can you believe in July, 20th anniversary?
Whew.
20th anniversary.
Years. 20
That's crazy.
years ago.
Some kids were made to that album, you know that, right? And now they're walking around 20 years old and don't even know the root of it. You know what I'm saying?
20 years ago, like, it's I just be bugging sometimes just how time has flown past. Right. I wouldn't have thought that I would be saying 20 years we celebrating that album.
That's crazy. Now, someone actually told me recently, and I didn't know about this at all, that you were actually like the producer of All About the Benjamins, right?
Oh, yeah, I was in the studio.
And then I had to look that up, too, because I was like, I'm a hip-hop dude, and I've known my things, and I never knew that ever. And what I read, though, is that you took, was it Styles P off, or you took someone off that joint just because it wasn't hot enough? Do you remember that? Is that a real story? What's up with that? That's crazy.
It's so funny because when I heard him talking about it, it took me back to that moment. And, you know, I just be in the cut. And I laughed so hard because when he said I walked away beatboxing, I was like, that's so me. And
I read that too.
And I just, you know, I don't mean to come in and be trying to dictate stuff. It just, you know, I'll hear something, but I didn't know they was going to take them off.
I mean, that's crazy that you even produced that. I mean, like we said earlier.
Well, I didn't produce the track. I didn't produce the track.
Oh, okay.
He's saying the vocal thing, saying, you know, you're going to do this, you're going to write Puff verse, and you're going to be right here like that. Like, no, I didn't produce the track, though. Right.
So you were just showing them how it's done, which is amazing. That's an amazing story. People need to look that up. Before we go, I just got a couple fans that tweeted us some questions that they want to ask you. Is that cool?
Cool.
At DJ Juggy, the snack lord says, did you ever find your keys to the Jeep?
Let me tell you, that was my smoke days. So I don't even know what I was talking about when I said who got the keys to my Jeep.
Right. You were just high. You were just high.
I was high. So I don't know. I don't even know if I had lost my keys. I just was rapping.
Right. At M.N. Marley, right here from Minneapolis, says, which artist was your favorite to collab with through the years?
Ooh, oh, my God. That's so hard. Oh, that's so hard because each one served its purpose, and I enjoyed each artist that I collaborated with. I'm sorry, it's hard to really say. I would say probably two of the fastest in recording with is Beyonce and Aaliyah.
Nice. Oh, amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. I really liked what you did with Nelly Furtado during that time too. I thought that was "Do It." That was one of my favorite little club bangers at the time.
Nelly. Yes, I remember hearing Nelly on something, because a lot of times, even like with Eminem, before he had "My Name Is," I had him on my album. And Nelly, she wasn't out there like that.
Right, right.
I remember hearing something, and I was like, yo, I need that girl to get on this Get Your Freak On remix.
Right.
Killed it. Love Nelly.
And last but not least, Minneapolis, Minnesota. You got any stories, or like, do you have a weird Prince story? His 1-year anniversary of his death was this last Friday, and they celebrate Prince like crazy out here. Do you have any stories about Minneapolis or Prince? Have you met Prince? Everyone seems to have a weird Prince story.
Oh, well, Prince hit me when I had did Work It, and he seen that I had the look-alike Prince in there.
right.
And I was so scared because I thought he was finna let me have it.
Right.
And he was so sweet, and he said he loved the video, and he had sent me some disc of stuff that was about to come out early. He had sent it, and I was just amazed because I love Prince. I think he's it's unfortunate that he's not here and people then get a chance to see the genius in him, because a lot of people didn't know how many instruments that Prince played, and that Prince produced all his stuff.
Right, true artist. Right.
And Prince didn't play about his music. You try to put some on YouTube with his music playing in the background. Oh, about an hour later, that joint is down.
He's not playing.
And just amazing. Like I still listen to his music faithfully, and even down to the mixing. Not even just the records, but just the way they were mixed. I always thought If I Was Your Girlfriend record was incredible, because I say people wasn't even hip to pitching the vocals up back then, and that's how far ahead he was. To say this is what it sounds like when doves cry and you hear this noise, I'm like, yo, like, this man thinking
it's beyond
next level. So Prince is gonna always, he's just in history. He's embedded in this. Like, if you about real artistry, Prince most definitely should be at the top of your list.
Missy, thank you so much for spending time with us here in Minneapolis.
Thank you. Love you and enjoy your day.